This is not the day that we had planned, but I'm not complaining about it. Welcome to Switzerland and welcome to the land of snow. That car right there shows you how much has fallen since last night. We are here for the ice, which unfortunately today is not happening, but nonetheless, we have the AMG GT Black Series Schneemobile, or rather today, Schneemobile, given it is quite literally a snowplow with how low this thing is to the ground. Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to go out and have some fun with this, but also, get this, there are a couple of people around town who are crazy enough today to be driving with their Koenigseggs, and we're going to go and try and find them here in St Moritz in Switzerland. You can quickly tell there's a lot of snow just being parked here for a few minutes. It is falling fast and wild. Now, the ice isn't happening today because out on the frozen lake where we were driving this car, it's now a little bit too much snow that the weight caused concern. So the cars are all tucked away in the garage, which we're going to go and check out later, with tens, if not hundreds of millions under one roof. But not only that, some people are brave, or perhaps you could say stupid enough, like me, to be taking their supercars around town. And we're probably going to find a couple of them as we go exploring, literally in this winter wonderland in the GT Black. There are snow plows everywhere, including a fairly unusual G-Wagon that just went past us. I'm making a mess of walking around on the snow, but we did fit winter tyres. We put some Soto Zeros on the GT Black Series, the same tyre I used to have on my AMG GTR, which I also took to the snow back at the time, and would technically also fit the SLS Black Series as well, which I had considered bringing out, but there's something about Solarbeam against a white backdrop like this, something that makes this particular car really stand out. Now, around town is my friends from Esser with their Koenigsegg CCXR Special Edition, but also the guys from Garage with the Koenigsegg JESKO. I don't know if we're going to be able to find that, but what I do know is we're going to take this out on the road. We're going to go and see what it's like to drive in all of this, whether the car can handle it, whether it's a good car to bring to the mountains, and a place like this, St Moritz, St Moritz, however you'd like to say it, and go skiing. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll go find some Koenigseggs and see what's around. Look at this. It is ridiculous. It's complete carnage as well. We are basically stuck in a bit of a gridlock. You can tell the cars that have been in a garage, like the S-Classes over there, which have just got a sprinkling on them from the last hour or so, and the cars that were parked out overnight last night, like this guy, with a massive amount of snow on the top. And look at that, the SL coming past, the snow on the front. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. Out we go, without getting run over. It would be very bad if an accident occurred that had nothing to do with snow and was all to do with people not looking. Anyway, I'm surprised by how easily this car drives. This Maserati here is not helping, blocking a fairly narrow road. There are definitely better places to stop, but we seem okay. The winter tyres are way better than I, to be honest, would have really expected. They do a nice job as we head round, and hopefully can roll straight up onto the roundabout, because if we have to come to a stop here, it's going to be a problem. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I didn't expect that to work so easily. You've just got to be slow and steady. And I'm in comfort mode. I could technically go to slippery mode, which reduces the power under my right foot, which, to be honest, you can obviously control yourself. Look at this. This is proper winter wonderland. This is absolutely bonkers. This is crazy. Snow plows and bashers everywhere. Oh, it's even doing the wing. That's interesting. So it uses the wing even at slow speed. It's put the little active flap up. I'm not quite sure if you can see it, to give a touch more downforce, I presume, which means a touch more grip. Obviously at this speed it's kind of irrelevant because it's not going to be making any difference to anything. But yeah, here we are with winter tyres. This is the difference. Without winter tyres we wouldn't be able to move right now, whereas as it is, we can take part in the fun and go see what we can find. We are in Switzerland, so of course people will drive their Porsches. Now there are plenty of four-wheel drive supercars, including the newer one of these, the AMG GT. These guys are just like, you're crazy. Everybody just staring. G63, right car for it. Oh, that's nice, that dark metallic or flat red paint. That looked really nice, that deep paint colour. There would be sensible cars for this. You know, four-wheel drive Lambos and Audi R8s and new AMG GTs and RS4s and what do we have, Panameras and these kinds of things. Cars like this would not count as sensible in these conditions. So I might be a little bit mad, but it's fun. That's the lake. You can't really see it. It's a complete whiteout. There are people walking out there in some pretty thick snow, but we'll take it slowly and steadily. Normally, this would be the entrance to the event, the ice. This is where you would enter on foot and walk across, and the parking garage on the left side, just here, is actually where all the cars are, and they are doing the concourse. The judges are in there with all of the cars that should be out there, which is quite fun. We're not going to be able to see anything right now though. I just believe there should be some supercars around. So the question is, how slowly, delicately and carefully can we go and find something interesting? Because that would be the icing on the cake today. Oh, what's going on there? Interesting, people getting a bit lost, not knowing where they're going. I mean, we all are, to be honest, in these conditions. I am amazed by a car like this, which is an 850 horsepower rear-wheel drive car, being able to drive around here fine compared to so many of the others. Like, this genuinely is crazy. It's not, I'm going to say easy, you still need to have your wits about you, but it's definitely easier than I thought it might be. People just watching like, what is wrong with you? The thing you have to watch for is that the curbs are hidden. There are curbs here for the pavement, and I don't want to bang a wheel on one because that would be bad for the rest of this trip. It's like, what? Why would you do that? Why? Definitely get those pictures, guys. This might be a little bit braver because it's slightly uphill, obviously being in a ski resort. The last time I came here, there was no snow around. I was here, and even at this time of year, it was pretty much open and empty. But a little birdie has told me that a kilometre ahead of us is a Koenigsegg. And if there's a Koenigsegg out in this weather, you can bet we're going to go and track it down, because that's not a normal sight. I mean, I'm actually worried how much snow I'm probably scraping up with the front splitter, but we're doing okay. For uphill, we're doing completely fine. Traction control is all over the place and a little bit sideways, but slow and steady. Just a little bit worried about the car behind me, who doesn't realise that he's probably closer than you should be. Always give a ton of space in these conditions. A ton of space. G-Wagons everywhere. I mean, it makes sense, right? Oh, that's the one we just saw. Nice. Looks so good. So good. Right. This is going okay. Just got to take it slow. I do not want this car in a snowbank somewhere. We have a permanent slight slip to the right. But that's okay. We've got this. We've got this. It's going fine. Watch out for the big bus coming the other way. It's when it starts to feel really narrow. Knowing there's a curb on my right. That felt really narrow. But if I straighten too much to the curb, I'm then not going to be able to pull off. So I have to make sure that I don't risk getting caught out like that. That is the right kind of car for these conditions. Go drive like a rally driver. Love it. Subaru in this. Amazing. Is the Koenigsegg there? Is the Koenigsegg just over there? It is. It is just there. How do we get to that? How do we get there? I need to figure that one out. Well, this is different. We're going to see if we can get this up to where the Koenigsegg is, which means a particularly difficult little hill right here. Wish me luck, and let's see what happens. Don't stop, don't stop. I don't think this is going to work. And there's a van coming down. So let me get out of the way. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, that's not going to work for now. For now. So we'll put this somewhere and figure out a new plan. This clearly was not going to work, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. We will leave the car here for a second. It's crazy how much, one, snow we've been shoveling, two, how much has settled very quickly on the wing. But come with me this way. It is super slippy, everyone falling over everywhere, but we will make our way up because, let's just say this is not terrain that the car was very happy to try and drive up. This is where the Koenigsegg came up, but it might have had the advantage of being towed up rather than driving under its own steam, because this is not let's say, supercar tyre friendly terrain. Actually, this bit would be all right. This doesn't feel so slippy anymore. I say that and I'm going to go whoosh and fall right down. But up there is a Koenigsegg CCX. This is cool, in the snow. This is not normal. Let's come and take a quick look. And just like that, we have the CCXR Special Edition. This is one of only two, full carbon body from Esser in Germany. Here, of course, to do with all of the events of the weekend, and very quickly getting lost under snow. They're expecting tens of centimeters to fall even during the remaining hours of today. This is actually a car that I have seen before, which is very cool. Obviously up in the mountains, short on breath, but pretty special to see an egg in the snow here in St Moritz. Here especially, on a quiet shopping street with people just going about their business. And there's a Koenigsegg. We found one in the snow. I have no idea if the guys are planning to keep this snow free and clean it up a little bit, but yeah, it's settling fast. I think this has been here for like an hour or two, and there's that much on the wing already of the Special Edition. It's crazy. When they made the CC series, the CC8, CCR, CCX, CCXR, they made a series of CCX and CCXR Special Editions. The editions for the CCX, the Special Editions for the CCXR with the carbon body, not a whole lot of them in total. And this is one right here, just as you do, with a lot of snow falling in the centre of St Moritz in Switzerland. Back down with this. Oh, don't fall over. Yeah, this is happening fast. It's kind of cool though. Anyway, I guess we'll continue our little adventure and go see what else is around and about, and hope that these Soto Zeros do me good, get me around town without too much trouble. More suitable cars. Over there is an Aston DBX. Sorry for the super zoom, but spotted in the distance. Oh, apparently we're in the way. A van coming around. Oh well, here's what it is. It's a squeeze around here. Not the easiest to maneuver around here. Tons of people, obviously lots of people here for their ski holidays with skis and boots and things that you do not want to touch and damage a car. And then obviously lots of people, oh, Maybach coming down just there in front of us. I love it. There are so many crazy cars around. I just hope we're not gonna get stuck here again. The worst thing is stopping. That is really cool. Respect to that guy. Bringing your classic Ferrari, I mean, okay, not 60s classic, still 328 GTS here, or GTB, sorry, GTB, to drive in St Moritz in this weather. Respect. Nice color as well. Might be Rosso Mugello or something like that. Darker wine red. Rubino. Could be Rubino. As it's getting quite chopped up as well. This is actually really quite bumpy now. Oh, this is winter wonderland. This is proper winter wonderland. Let's just hope we don't get stuck somewhere. Now that's nice. Desert Sand G63. Hey, look what's coming towards us. Love it. Respect to that man for driving that thing. That's cool, that's really cool. Just normal St Moritz traffic. Bentley Continental GT, older one, but there are loads around. It's funny how here it's G-Wagons, RS6s, things like that, Range Rovers, very cliche, good off-roading cars. Not AMG GT Black Series. Funnily enough, no other ones of these around. I wonder why. More Porsches. There are quite a few around. Check this out. Up ahead is a 296 with a ski box on the top. Last year we were here with the SF90 with the ski box, and this chap has brought a 296. But he's very cleverly made a bracket for the back of it, which holds it up really nicely. That is cool. Quick chat. They're the guys who make that carbon roof box that's on top of that 296, which is awesome. However, I've also got some slightly bad news, or frustrating news at least up to this point, which is that we had just gone past the parking garage of the main event, and unbeknown to me at the time, 2 minutes later, the Koenigsegg JESKO from Garage went past, the JESKO Absolute, and I haven't seen it. So I'm hoping to find it later. It's really empty all of a sudden, which is actually a little bit concerning. But hopefully we can figure out where it is and track it down as yet another G-Wagon comes towards us with a Porsche in the traffic jam, although it's getting slushier enough now that actually driving isn't so bad. It's nice. Like, it's the grip level's getting a lot higher. It's interesting to see that. And like braking, for example, I can brake pretty smoothly. Actually, very smoothly. I'm impressed by that. Been very impressed by this car overall, but this is one of the many reasons why I love using it. Anyway, we're gonna head to the garage of the main event and just go have a look around for a little bit. We've just arrived in the garage, and here is a Zonda, a Zonda and a Utopia to start things. Then you've got the little car company on the other side with the baby Bugattis, the Bentley they launched recently, and the Testarossas. This is cool. There's a Myers Manx. There are a couple of classic Ferraris here as well. Parking ticket away in my pocket as we slowly make our way through, and obviously lots of very nice classic cars in here. Now this garage is truly incredible. Priceless millions of classic cars in here. We've got the Alpine A220 at the end, which Zagato have just made a modernised version of, the new twin tail based on the current A110. Lancia Stratos next to that in the Marlboro livery. We've got a Cobra just here as well. All of these cars that would be out on the ice. The classics, Maserati, Talbot, we've got the Ferrari here, priceless legendary cars. Jag, Lamborghini Miura. On this side, the Mercs, we've got the Rotozao that I got to drive, the modernised replica of the original. That is a Ferrari 250p. That's a 250p just sitting here next to an Aston. I'm not even sure what we're listening to over on the other side, but plenty of classic Ferraris, classic Astons. That's a 250 California Spider right there. What is happening over there? Yeah, the Myers Manx. I mean, look at these. Look at these things. The Bugattis, race cars as well. This is unbelievable. Type 35s. This is like priceless history around us. Oh, the DB4 GT there. I mean, oh, this is here. The Bulldog. I didn't realise that was going to be here. Aston rebuilt that, what, 2 or 3 years ago? Based on designs from back at the time. Not even sure what everything is. I love having the chains on the car. I mean, just look at all of this stuff. Let's squeeze through, so we've got to come down to the end of the line and see all the cars that are here. What on earth? This is unbelievable. This is honestly absolutely unbelievable. The Bentley here as well. There's even more on the other side. Even more cars just over. What? This is dreamland. Check that out. Check that out. 911 police car. This is simply crazy. The Lamborghini team from Polo Storico are here with the Yarama. Just don't stop giggling. Whoa. More incredible Ferraris. That is a 250 PF Cabriolet, Pininfarina Cabriolet. That is a 275 GTS. That is a 275 GTB4. That is an unbelievable trio. Now, I think I made a little slip of the tongue earlier up here. I'm not sure where it is. The Ferrari that I mentioned, actually I do know exactly where it is. I'm going to squeeze past what's going on here. We'll come all the way around. The Ferrari here is in fact a 275p, not a 250p, but nonetheless very, very spectacular and just tucked in there. I also have to revert here. There is a thing down here I should draw attention to. The badge, the Z for Zagato. This is a DB4 GT Zagato. This is a continuation 2. They made the original 19 cars, and they were the continuation 1 and then continuation 2 cars, and then the modern continuation series as well that has been built at Aston Martin Works. I mean, this was also by Aston Martin Works, but yet again, a very lovely example of a car that is in this garage right now. And then right behind this amazing pair, the Pagani Zonda F, and behind it, the Pagani Utopia. That is, I believe, the very same car I must have filmed with, and I've certainly seen this one a number of times over the years as well. But those look really quite nice here. A lovely example of Pagani's first ever model, and the Utopia being their third, the Huayra that sat between. Now that's fun. Crawling with the Beetle. We're gonna head this way. This has started to get really, really sketchy actually up here. I say that, I don't think it's as bad as it was earlier, but I would like to know where the JESKO is. which we know is here somewhere from Garage. We know it's in St Moritz. It's just a case of spotting it and finding it. This entire day is just hilarious. And what's going on here actually, by the way, is all of that stuff you see on the right, these parcels, packages, rubbish, I don't exactly know what it all is, are being picked up by a helicopter that flies over and then picks all of these up. I wish I had a clip of that to show you, but it's quite dramatic to see. We're just continuing on our way to see what we find. The JESKO has to be around somewhere. I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't actually found it yet. I think probably it's done the smart thing of just hiding and locking itself away. I guess the owner locking it away. If we can find it, we're gonna find it. Just stick with me here. That's actually crazy. Look at that guy barreling through. Oh my goodness, that was actually kind of scary. That's how you scrape the roads. Hey, the Desert Sand G again. Love it. We go from normal Gs to the even bigger Gs. Is that a 4x4 squared? Yeah, that's a G500 4x4 squared, the older one. It's enormous, isn't it? Look at the gap underneath it. That thing has portal axles for days. That's quite crazy. Nice way to get around here. Oh, nice. Love it. Big respect to those guys. That's cool. That's very cool. We were going to go up to the right here. There's a plough coming down. Is that doable? Is that brave? Is that stupid? We're okay. Using some power, using some power. Let's just hope a car doesn't come the other way right now, or we'll be awkwardly reversing down. How ridiculous is that? That we're able to drive up here. Able is kind of relative. No, don't stop on me now. Don't stop. Come on, GT Black Series. Come on. Come on. I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to get stuck. We're going to get stuck. I'm going to have to reverse down. Yeah, I'm going to have to reverse down. Okay, down we go. We gave up. In another world, we would have got up there. I had traction control on, and traction control when it's on limits your revs to kind of 2,000. And there I just needed a bit more. With a bit more, we'd have made it up. There's got to be a way around. There's got to be another way to do this. I have no idea what, where, why, how. There just has to be a way to get up there. We're trying a different way around, also with a bit of a hill, but, and it's a 30 zone, so I've got to go 30. If I keep the momentum, I'm hoping we can get up here. If I can't keep the momentum, then the BMW behind me is just going to have to deal with it, because he was following really closely earlier. I think he knew where this road would go and decided to just back it off a touch. Oh, that's going to be the worst bit. Don't stop me there. Don't stop me there. Don't stop me there. If we stop here, I'm not going to get started again. Oh, I've got to go round. I can't stop. That bit we have managed successfully. I just had to dive around. I don't know why the guy was stopped there. He wasn't doing anything, but we went round and we're all good. You just got to keep some momentum going uphill. Going downhill, keep it super slow and steady. Now is the true test. Move! We nearly just lost being able to get up here because those guys stopped in the middle of the road to get out to take photos. Guys, come on. Not cool. I mean, they don't know that this is difficult, but still, you don't stop in the middle of the road. Right, look at the cars actually on the right-hand side of me here. Look at how much snow is on them. I feel like I should not be here in this car. There's actually a Defender, I think, behind me, which is a bazillion times more suitable. And yeah, some skiers. Is that a turbo on the left? Nice. This is carnage, actually. This is absolute carnage up here. But as you can imagine, there are a lot of cars around for this event. But we've made it up. We have made it up, which is quite phenomenal. I can't actually believe we've achieved that. Look at the icicles underneath the front of that DBX. That's quite crazy. So where am I trying to go? I don't even know. Oh look, DB12 under the snow. We found another supercar hiding under snow. Right, this feels like a place where we might be able to turn around after the other Mercedes here. Feels like that's an option. Possibly. You're not going to believe this. We've just parked my car up over there. Tons of nice cars around. The Beetle just left. There's an XM, a bunch of other stuff. And we were just about to head out when Look what we've spotted under the... Whoa! Don't fall over. Look what we've spotted under the snow. The JESKO Absolute. This is the world's first customer JESKO Absolute to be delivered. And it's under already about 6 or 7 centimeters of snow, 2 or 3 inches of snow on it. This is crazy. Look how you can still see the central wiper. And somebody else has done this, not me, but the Koenigsegg Naked Carbon. This has the full KNC option, this incredible full upgrade. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with skis and snowboards this close to a multi-million dollar, euro, pound Koenigsegg. But we found it. The Garage JESKO Absolute is here in St Moritz. This thing is insane. I can't believe it's here. I nearly fell over trying to get to it. Let me show you. Let me get around the back and show you a bit more. I am going to try and squeeze around here in the snow, past the aero wheels that it actually has on the back. So unlike, say, the McLaren Speedtail, which has its aero wheels on the front, Koenigsegg did it on the back. Obviously, the Absolute has more aero, streamlined bodywork, these shark fins over the rear deck, which are all to do with managing the air, keeping it very, very stable over the top of that 5-litre twin-turbocharged V8 that is housed inside this rear clam that is currently sitting under a whole lot of snow. Look at this, Le Mans Ghost package. This is just crazy, and the guys are actually driving it, and it's here. I mean, that's pretty crazy. The amount of snow around this place is just ridiculous today. It's like a season of snow falling in a day. I mean, look at all these blades, and look at how the snow is on the aero. These bright orange luminous touches, the calipers here on the mirror arms, plenty more that we can't see right now, and the full carbon air core wheels as well, the ultimate in lightweight, especially when you have the KNC option. But yeah, we found it, the Koenigsegg JESKO, like you've never ever seen before here in St Moritz. That is absolutely unbelievable. I'm over the moon right now that I've stumbled into this, just when I was giving up hope. Well, the Range Rover that was alongside has just left. We can now see the JESKO in a little bit more detail, although, I tell you what, never probably before. Actually, I say that, given Koenigsegg are actually from Sweden, there have probably been Koenigseggs covered in snow on many an occasion in the past, but certainly not like this. JESKO Absolute, out in its glory. It's absolute carnage here though, so shortly we'll try and get back down the hill again. And then back over here, my car is starting to get its own little icicles underneath, I suspect. It's going to be in for a pretty wild ride, but first we need to try and get this back down the hill. Things like the touch do still work. It's a very nice interior on this thing. So yeah, let's hop back in and go warm up for a moment. Right, it is time to fire this up. Let's do it with the noisy start. Hold the paddle. Yeah. Oh, I am cold. I am very cold now. Got the lovely Bentley Conti GT convertible alongside us. Right, let's kill the music. Oh, okay. Time to go. I don't know what mode to be in. I'm so cold from being up here. See ya. I can't believe that we were here driving out and I just caught a glimpse of that. The most camouflaged hypercar megacar that you could ever imagine. There is a Koenigsegg JESKO just casually chilling like that under the snow. Absolutely crazy. So let's try and navigate our way down here. Oh, the AC is nice. This car doesn't have any heated seats. You could technically get some form of heated seat because we did on the GTR Roadster, but I don't have them. And you'd probably need to figure out a way to have some buttons. Look who it is, Michael from NB Classic.
Are you kidding?
You look good in there.
Nice car, right?
It was hard getting this up the hill.
I'm looking for this influencer called Shmi. Have you seen him anywhere? Right?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
Next time. Good luck. See you. He's great. He's absolutely great. Right. Yeah, down we go. Slow, steady, and very, very carefully. It's quickly getting dark here. I mean, it's that time of day anyway, but obviously the cloud cover doesn't help. But the snow has calmed down significantly, and as you can see from the roads, they're also now a whole lot clearer as well. But we are going to another hotel because there is one more thing to see. One more very cool car to go and try and track down before we pack up from this one. I must confess, we just drove past the car that we had come to see, which is there at the Crystal Hotel in front of us at the driveway. So I have no idea where I'm going to pop this. Maybe I can just squeeze it on the left there, on that pedestrian bit. I think I'm going to give that a go and hopefully just be all right for a couple of minutes. Should be fine. Let's just swing it around here and we'll work it out. It'll be fine. Everything here will be fine. And look at what we've got here. The Marc-Philipp Gembala Marsien. The car that we have seen pretty much around the world now, taking the 911 Turbo platform and making it into a proper off-road supercar. Basically the ideal thing to have here with this crazy bodywork, reminiscent of the Porsche 959, one of the great Porsche supercars. I hear something rumbling behind me, never know what it might be. And a very, very, very cool thing, which has now entered full production. First customer cars on the way to customers. And yeah, amazing to see. Hi.
I'm gonna start it for you.
Are you? Thank you. How are you doing? How's it going?
And you?
Very good, very good. We'll sneak around towards the back. Nice. Sounds good. Craft bitch exhaust. I didn't actually realise, but even the 959 nod on the plate. Very cool. For a day that, like I said earlier, was not really planned, I would say this one's turned out all right. Taking that beast around the snowy roads here, going to the garage of the Cars for the Ice, going to see the Koenigsegg CCXR with Esser, seeing the JESKO, and wrapping up things here with the Marc-Philipp Gembala team as well. Meanwhile, going everywhere in the GT Black Series Schneemobile. The Schneemobile out here for this adventure. It's still early doors. We've got so much ahead, including plenty of more adventurous action with this thing, we could say, but not here in Switzerland. We'll save that one for a little bit later. That's it for now though. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this spontaneous and very sporadic day, but I will wrap things up for there. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers! The Koenigsegg JESKO on the road. Wow. Followed by a ton of photographers. That's cool.